Now let's see the various types of operational amplifiers. So this is a differential mode of the amplifier where you can see that the input signals are out of phase. They are but they are equal in amplitude. V1 is equal to minus V2. V1 is equal to minus V2. So when substituted and found the output V3 is equal to A into V1 minus V2 is equal to minus 2 of AV2. Whereas in common mode, where the input signals are in phase and equal in amplitudes, V1 is equal to V2, but V3, I mean the V output is equal to A into V1 minus V2 is equal to 0. That must be the ideal case value. V3 must be 0, but it is not 0 in practical cases. Common mode rejection ratio. This is an important question where it can be asked for 2 marks or something. So differential amplifier must have very high differential voltage gain, ADM, and very low common voltage gain, ACM. So that must be an condition for it, and CMRR is equal to ADM by ACM. And CMRR, when depicted in form of decibels, it is equal to 20 log base 10 ADM by ACM is equal to 20 log base 10 CMRR value. So here inverting op amp, the overall gain is equal to G is equal to V2 by V1 is equal to minus R2 by R1 for ideal case. Whereas for non-ideal case, G is equal to V2 by V1 minus R2 by R1 into factor, which becomes negligible and becomes 1 when A is equal, far greater than 1, which is always taken in practical cases too. A is taken far greater than 1, so that we can consider for non-ideal case 2 minus R2 by R1. Else we have to remember this formula. Non-inverting op amp. So voltage gain is V2 by V1 is equal to nearly equal to 1 plus R2 by R1 for ideal case. For no load voltage gain is for no load voltage gain is 1 plus R2 by R1. For non-ideal case is also V2 is by V1 is equal to 1 plus R2 by R1 generally. This is a differential operational amplifier. Here, for ideal place, we generally take R2 by R1. R2 by R1 is equal to R4 by R3. So the V3, the V output voltage V3 is equal to R2 by R1 into V2 minus V1. When taken, R2 by R1 is equal to R3 R4 by R3. And adding and the adding and scaling op amp. So for this, the formula is V4 is equal to minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3 for ideal case, and V4 into 1 plus 1 by A into 4 plus R by RL is equal to minus of V1 plus V2 plus V3. Here you can see if A is far larger than 1, this term becomes 0, but generally we have to remember this part alone. Like generally other cases we neglect this part, but here we have to remember. And this is when R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to R4 in op amp adding and scaling. So the voltage follower. The circuit has highest possible input impedance gain impedance. The circuit has highest possible input impedance. The Rin is very large, that is possible, and gain is nearly unity, and act as isolation between single generator and a load resistance known as unity gain buffer amplifier. This is known as the unity gain buffer amplifier when gain is nearly unity and Rn is far greater than uh, greater value. V2 by V1 is equal to A by 1 plus A. V2 by V1 is equal to A by 1 plus A. And this is the next which we see are very most important amplifier types, op amps. So this is the integrating amplifier where resistance is outside and I mean in series, and capacitor is in um, parallel to op amp. So V2 is equal to minus 1 by R1 C1 integral 0 to 1 V1 dt. V1 dt. So this is the this is a very important formula to remember. And next is the differentiating amplifier. Here V2 is equal to minus R1 C1 dV1 by dt. Here the capacitor is in series, and resistance is in parallel to op amp. And the differentiating amplifiers has a disadvantage that it amplifies noise as well as has voltage input spikes. Next is the slew rate. Slew rate is the maximum rate of change of output voltage with respect to voltage gain in voltage gain is unity. F max is equal to slew rate by 2 pi VPK, where VPK is the peak output voltage. So this is the amplifier part. Here you have to op-amp part. Most importantly, numericals would be based on integrating amplifier and differentiating amplifier. So, thank you very much.